Good evening. I am Clarence Cuthbert Jr., candidate for probate judge in Rockdale County. Let me start by thanking the Rockdale chapter of the NAACP and the Conyers Rockdale Chamber of Commerce for this opportunity for the candidates this evening. For the past 20 years, I have practiced law throughout the state of Georgia. I am admitted to the United States Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit, the U.S. District Courts for the Northern, Middle, and Southern Districts of Georgia. I am a registered mediator and arbitrator for the past 10 years. I am also admitted to the Georgia Supreme Court and Court of Appeals, as well as the Superior State Courts of Georgia. I am also a guardian ad litem since 2006, and early on in my career, I served as counsel for the Savannah-Chatham County Board of Education, handling disciplinary hearings and training hearing officers who presided over those hearings. I've always had a passion for probate law because typically those who appear in probate court, they're either elderly or incapacitated in some way, and they're in real need of help. And so I've always maintained my probate law practice throughout the 20 years that I have been practicing law. As probate judge, one of my top priorities will be to ensure that the process in probate court is efficient and effective, that those who come to utilize the services of probate court can move through the court in an expeditious manner without any additional stress or concerns, and that the decisions that are rendered from the probate court will be fair and just and consistent with the law. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Attorney Casey Dix, and I am here to present myself to be of service to you, the citizens here in Rockdale County, as your next Rockdale County Probate Court Judge. I've lived here in Rockdale County for over 20 years, was educated here in Rockdale County, a graduate of Rockdale County High School, and I am here to extend my service to you all. As many of you all may be aware, there's been some challenges and some concerns that's occurred in the probate court position over the past 2.5 years. But we have an opportunity for some change here in 2016. We have an opportunity to elect someone with the education, with not only the education, but who actually gone through the rigors of passing the state bar exam and actually obtaining a license to practice law here in the state of Georgia. We also have the opportunity in 2016 to elect someone with experience in actually practicing probate law. For the past 7 years, I have practiced probate law not only here in Rockdale County, but throughout the metro Atlanta area, as well as in jurisdictions as far as Butts County. We also have an opportunity to elect someone with proven community service and commitment to this county here in Rockdale. I indicated I've been here for 20 years, and during that time that I've been here in Rockdale County, I've done everything that there is to do in the county, everything from serving as a Girl Scout troop leader, to serving on the Board of Elections here in Rockdale County, to serving as a co-founder of the New Rock Legal Society, which provides free legal education to our citizens here in Rockdale County. And so with my record, with my experience, with my commitment, I humbly ask for your support as your next Rockdale County Probate Court Judge. I'm not about the talk, I'm about the walk. I have history, I have proven history and passion for this community. And again, I ask for your support. My website is www.dixforprobate.com. Thank you.
Thank you to the Chamber, and thank you to the NAACP. I am the campaign manager, Bob Nesbitt, for Judge Mays. He wasn't able to be here because he had a prior commitment, and we do apologize for that. But first, let me say that I'm very humbled and very honored to be here on his behalf. And as Christ, when he talked to his disciples, he said to them, "Peace be unto you," and I say that to this audience. First, let me get some things clear for you, and I appreciate everyone coming out. Judge Mays is the only one with judicial experience. None of the candidates here have sat on the bench for 3 years or more other than Judge Mays. Judge Mays has made changes in the probate office. There is an attorney that provides free legal service once a month to anyone that wants to come in and talk about probate issues that did not exist before. Judge Mays has hired an interpreter and a translator for the Hispanic people where documents are translated into Spanish, and when they can't come in and speak English, someone will translate that for them. That was not there before. Judge Mays has decreased the cost of filing a probate and advertising by 75%. It was at the judge's discretion based upon the law, but rather than increase costs or maintain high costs, it was decreased by 75%, which gives back to the community. He also has a pro se service where they assist indigent or people who can't afford to hire an attorney, which is $1,500 or more, where they will come in and they will assist them, not give them legal advice, but help them file the forms on their own as individuals. He also, with the concealed weapons permit, has now got a budget approved where we can now fingerprint you in the office, where it's a one-stop shop. Instead of going to the sheriff, who's doing an excellent job, but he only allows you to be fingerprinted at certain times because of the demand on his office, you can come in from 9 to 5 days a week, and get fingerprinted for any government service. And it can be done there in the probate office. These are enhancements that weren't there before. So don't listen to the misnomer about things that are not being done properly. They are. Thank you for your time.
I'd like to thank the NAACP and the Chamber for inviting me out tonight and for you all coming out to hear this. In pursuant to Article 6, Section 9, Paragraph 1 of the Constitution of the Georgia law states that you do not have to be an attorney in order to be a probate court judge. The reason for that is the purpose of the probate court is to apply efficient, inexpensive, and immediate service to the people of Rockdale County. That is what I will do. That is my purpose, to make sure that you have the services that you desire in an effective and in an efficient manner. The way I would do that is I will make sure that the people that are in my office are qualified, that they are happy in doing the work that they desire from each day. So when they are happy to serve you. And if you are happy, so am I. It's a cycle. We manage to keep that cycle going. Rockdale County would be pleased with the Rockdale County probate court system. Now, how am I qualified? I have served 17 years as a Rockdale County Deputy Sheriff. One of the requirements of that was to learn state law. I have worked 16 years in the Rockdale County judicial system. I have worked for every judge in Rockdale County Court. Judge Irwin, Judge Mumford, Judge Nation, each and every one of them. I know how they make decisions. I have watched the process. I have been involved in each one of them, and I will continue to do so. I will serve Rockdale County what they need, what they desire, and to the best of my ability. Thank you.
All right, we will move on to questions. And Mr. Nesbitt, I'm afraid we cannot, because the questions were not given ahead of time, I cannot have you answer questions for Mr. Mays because you don't know the answers for it. They, of course, will. You will have So, Mr. Morris, if you don't mind, we're going to start with you, and if we will just pass from there. All right, first question. While the public might understand the probate part of the job, what other areas does and can the office cover and is responsible for?
I think one of the things that people do not understand that the probate court is responsible for is wills are probated by attorneys. They're normally brought in having been probated, and what we do is we form them. What we need to do, what we should be responsible for, is making sure that those forms are available online so the process can be expedited. That is one of the designs, that is one of the needs that we have in the probate court system that is not being done. I have personally been told that people have been waiting 6, 7, sometimes a month or so in order to get these wills probated. When you are in need, you want it done right away. You want it now. The people that are serving you want it now, and you deserve to get it done. That is something we are responsible for, expediting everything. that you need, and I will make sure that the probate court does that.
Well, for those of you all who may not know anything about the probate court position, let me share with you that the probate court is the court that's responsible not for wills and estates. We're also responsible for guardianships and conservatorships, for marriage licenses, gun licenses, and then here in Rockdale, we also handle vital records as well. So one of the things that a lot of people don't understand, or people know that the probate court handles wills and they know a little about the wills, is they don't know a lot about guardianships. And a guardianship is an example of a guardianship would be for the grandparents who have to take care of grandchildren, or aunt who may have to come and intervene and take care of a family member, a young child or whatever. Then they come into the probate court to obtain those documents and receive permission to take custody, well, not technically custody, but take guardianship of that child. And so that's something that we handle in probate court. And oftentimes, when we're going through these periods, these are emotional time periods for the families. Not only have they made a loss of loved one, but now they have to step in and care for a different family member.
What I think is important that you may not understand that is the duty of the probate court is to not only administer wills, but there are so many different facets to the administration of a will. There's things such as elder abuse that are on the cutting edge that must be dealt with. Uniform Fiduciary Access to Digital Assets Act, which deals with the digital assets that a person leaves when they pass away. These are issues that you would not know unless you specialize in probate law, unless you attend seminars such as the estate planning seminar that's held each year for probate attorneys and judges, unless you are a member of the Elder Law Society where you get the newsletters monthly that give you updates on recent developments in cases and what have you. These are things that you would not know. Anyone sitting out there could file a basic petition and pass it through the probate court. But in order to deal with the complex issues, you have to practice.
You will be answering the next question. What do you see as current needs in the probate office, and what specific plans do you have to meet those needs?
First and foremost, as a citizen here in Rockdale, and having read the paper of the Rockdale Citizen over the past 2.5 years, first and foremost, I believe there is a need to restore the integrity that has been lost in the probate court. I believe that some things have transpired over the course of the past 2.5 years, which are unacceptable for anyone who's an elected official. And so that would be the first thing that I would do as your next probate court judge is to restore that integrity, to restore that community trust in that probate judgeship position, as well as to be accessible and transparent for the citizens here in Rockdale County, to provide professional leadership and judgment that we require and should expect of anyone who's a leader in our county.
Mr. Morris. Would you like that repeated, or?
No. Actually, I agree. The integrity of the probate court has to be restored. I also believe that what we have to do is we have to bring out the aspect of making sure that we are transparent. I think what we have to do is we have to make sure that we build bridges within the probate court system so that we are allowed to be able to create programs that are not going through the court system at this very moment. Now, one of the programs that we talk about a lot is the mental health program. The mental health program is a great program, but unless we build bridges with other court systems and judges, we're not going to get that done. It's also been proven that that system, it works very well when it has a drug court, when it's done with a judge that has a drug court. We have one in existence, and we need to build a bridge who is working with the Superior Court so we can get that done.
Well, I won't break the trend. I agree with the other two that we definitely have to restore integrity to the probate court. That should be first and foremost. I think secondly, we need to ensure that the people who are employed in the probate court are qualified to do the jobs that they have been hired to do. and that they should be cross-trained to do more than one job, so that if someone is out or there's an issue, that there's no reason not to be able to perform a particular service. The accountability courts, I think, is of the utmost importance, because we're one of the few counties at this point who do not have an accountability court, and certainly we would have to work with the Superior Court judges and other judges in order to bring this to pass. But I believe that if a mental health court and a veterans court is put into place and is operated properly, that it could be enormously beneficial to this community.
First of all, I would like to say also that in 1983, what happened was there was a regulation done which also actually led to the board, the Georgia board, which qualifies attorneys here. Now, it would be hard to say that you only know that if you're an attorney. That led to wills and how we regulate wills and how we report them. Now, what I would like to say also, we talked about, everyone that's been on this has said community service is the key. I'd like to read something to you. 2002, received the Rockdale County Outstanding Citizen Award from Governor Roy Barnes, Senior Steve Miles. 2004, selected Court Service Deputy of the Year. 2004, elected to Rockdale County School Board. 2009, Senator Ronald Ramsey, One American Citizen Award. Numerous. I did not choose to serve Rockdale County on a whim. I have been doing it for many, many years and will continue to do so. Elect me and I promise you, you will receive the same services that you have for years.
You have 1 minute.
Thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity. And let me just say on behalf of Judge Mays that, first of all, there is integrity in the office. They did an internal survey where they asked everyone that came in to talk to them and give them information and feedback about the services being provided. And over 90% of those were positive and very favorable. Judge Mays works in the community. He has a youth summit where I even went with him and we talked to McDonald's and Wendy's. And they helped us to learn how we can train youth who are 16 and a half and older to get jobs, how to have a proper appearance, how to present themselves, how to speak. And we've sent over people to them for employment who have had that opportunity. He also has a mental health summit where he's gone and he's at a nursing home tonight where he's doing a beauty pageant for elderly people in the nursing home. Now, he could have disappointed those people where he could have been here, and I apologize for him not being here, but he's in the community and he's working. We're asking you to talk to individuals, indigent people, poor people, people of our community who go into that office and see the work that's done there. Thank you.
Ms. Dix.
First, let me thank each of you all for coming out to listen to us this evening. Again, my name is Casey Dix, and I hope to be your next Rockdale County Probate Court Judge. Presently, I serve as a hearing officer for the County School District, and in that capacity, it's an administrative law judge, and I render decisions on a day-to-day basis where I render fair and impartial decisions. I make evidentiary rulings on a day-to-day basis, and I've heard over hundreds of cases where I've had to do that. And so this was just simply been an extension of my employment with DeKalb County, but I will bring that here to Rockdale. I will bring you experience, I will bring you education, I will bring you a commitment to serving you as the citizens here in Rockdale County. So again, I ask for your vote on May 24th, if not earlier, and I hope that you would go and early vote, but if not, definitely on May 24th. Again, my name is Casey Dix, and I hope to be your next Rockdale County Probate Court Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Cuthbert.
Again, my name is Clarence Cuthbert Jr., and I have 20 years of practicing law from the local up to and including the federal level. I have practiced probate law for my entire 20-year career, and I have the knowledge, skills, and expertise to go into the probate court and reduce the turnaround time or the turnover time as more than anyone sitting at this table. I am the smallest learning curve would be mine. I would not be required to do a lot of transitioning in order to get into that position because I've been practicing probate law for so long. I would also like to say that I've served in my community. I'm on the United Way Board. I'm on the Boys and Girls Club Board. I work with the Coalition of Families and Children. I work with the Rotary Club. I'm involved in my community. So I have the education, skills, and knowledge, as well as the community service. I ask for your vote for probate judge in Rockdale County. Thanks.